Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all, and welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some it's not. And the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So, let's get to it, y'all. First, I want to say happy Saturday. I hope everybody had a wonderful day. Please stay safe, y'all. There's a lot going on. Now, I want to play this for you all really quick. This news report. Okay? This is the update that they put out in connection with BTB Savage demise.
Police just announcing charges in the killing of a Houston rapper. Police are looking for this man, 40-year-old Montrell Leonard Burley. Investigators say charges have been filed, but Burley not yet in custody. Daryl Gentry, also known as BTB Savage, was shot and killed back on March 30th outside a parking garage on San Felipe and Mid Lane in the River Oaks area. Burley is one of two suspects police are currently looking for in the murder. The other suspect has yet to be identified.
Okay, y'all.
The search continues for two suspects accused of killing a young man in the River Oaks area. It's a story KPRC2 first broke last night at 10.
But questions still remain about what happened on Mid Lane near San Felipe in the River Oaks area. KPRC2's Rochelle Turner is there asking questions. Rochelle, what are police and neighbors saying about this?
Lisa, police and residents who live by are not saying much about this drive-by shooting that left a 26-year-old man dead. Now, many residents told me they heard gunshots, and police believe the shooting was targeted, and they are hoping that surveillance video will capture the people responsible. Take a look at this video surveillance from a neighbor. You can see a white Mercedes followed by a black Subaru SUV heading northbound on Mid Lane in broad daylight. Police say the victim was driving the Mercedes and two suspects were inside the SUV. The suspects opened fire on the victim and he died at the scene. Witnesses told police the suspect fled the scene. There is speculation that the victim is a rapper from the Cleveland area, but Houston police have not confirmed any information. Again, no arrests have been made in this case. I did reach out to the victim's family and friends, but I have not heard back as of news time. If you know anything about this shooting, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. Their number 713-222-TIPS. Remember, you can remain anonymous, and any information leading up to an arrest, you can receive a reward up to $5,000. Houston police tell me they will continue investigating and looking at surveillance video. Reporting live in River Oaks, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC 2 News.
Okay, y'all. So, I wanted to play that first because there is actually two people that they're saying that has something to do with this, and basically these are, the people that's on the run, these two people. Word on the street is now there, it's so many twists and turns to this case that's ridiculous, but it all boils down to friends and management and producer, okay, y'all, / producer that set this whole thing up. Now they're saying it was 2 cars of gas. Word on the street, y'all. Now we see in that, in the footage, if y'all seen the news report, a black, SUV following his car. But they're saying it was another carload of gas too that was there. Now I want y'all to pay attention to something. This guy, Montrell, he's from San Antonio. Now, this is where, he was, he kind of grew up and was staying. BTB. So you mean to tell me that, in the report, they're saying that BTB Savage moved to Houston earlier this year. So in the beginning of this year, he moved to Houston to be closer to his producer. And word on the street, his producer, is friends with these guys from San Antonio. And they all lined him up together. This is what they're saying. Y'all, this sounds so much like Mo3 case that it is ridiculous. Seriously. It sounds just like his case. They took this man away from San Antonio to move him to Houston to line him up. And the people that, did it, and mind y'all, I want y'all to pay attention to the fact that San Antonio to Houston is like a 3-hour drive. If you drive, like you got some sense. It's a 3-hour drive. So a lot of people is wondering if all of these guys were his friends and they were all in San Antonio together, why didn't they take him out in San Antonio? Well, it's a possibility that they did just because, he started coming up on some money. Now, word on the street is, and I don't know if this is true or not, because we see a lot of lies been put out. They say he left the army, and then some people is coming in my comment section saying that he said himself that he, got kicked out the army and all of this stuff. This could have been a part of trying to make himself look like a bad guy. Okay, so he could have been lying. I don't know. But his mother said that he wasn't kicked out the army. Okay? Either way it goes, y'all. He was trying to portray this bad boy image. So he could have been possibly lying to make himself look bad. Okay? Like he a bad boy. And a lot of people saying he really wasn't about that life. But he went to the army. So it ain't like he ain't been around weapons and stuff like that too. Okay? As, BTB Savage. But he wanted that image to portray for his rap career. Like a bad guy. Now, a lot of rumors are going around that he was scamming banks and all kind of stuff. He was doing some kind of underhand stuff. This is why he had so much money on him. But to be honest with y'all, if he was friends with these guys and, he hung around these guys and stuff like that, they would have been doing the same type of stuff that he was doing to make money. It's more to the story than they're saying. Now, this could all be about jealousy. Because I'm going to tell y'all this, that jealousy is something else. People always want to take your place and get you out the way. There are always people that's going to want to do stuff like this. And I keep going back to Mo3. And if y'all don't know about Mo3, go look it up. Okay, go pull it up on the internet about Mo3 and how he went out. And the things that, happened to him. And him being on the phone with his manager when he was taken out, y'all. Okay? A lot of stuff didn't add up down to those last days of Mo3 being alive. Okay? Right before he passed away. A lot of stuff don't add up. But a lot of stuff do add up to the fact that he was lined up. Okay? And this guy was lined up too. He was lured to Houston just like, Duke 93rd was lured to Houston. And he got taken out there. This guy taken out, he got taken. And there's a reason why they luring these guys. The Takeoff was lured to Houston to make everybody think that he was cool there and this and that. But it was so many people that still didn't like him that was in that inner circle of Mob Ties and them that hung out with Mob Ties and them. They did not even like him. Okay? And you got to think about this. When you are hanging out with people, you got to look at their history and things that they have done and stuff. Okay, y'all? Some people do stuff because they had to. Some people do stuff because they're dirty and they want to. Okay? It's a difference. And you have to pay attention to some stuff. While you all out here trying to pick your name, BTB Savage, you're hanging around a bunch of savages. And those savages could be wanting to take your place. They sitting around in your face and they telling you the wrong advice. Now, word on the street is his producer / manager, whatever, was his idea for BTB Savage to post that picture up. He was the one that took the picture of him. Word on the street, this D guy that was producing him, he was the one that took that picture of him in the middle of that crime scene, y'all. And he was the one that was feeling in his head that this will help out your career, this will give you that bad boy image that you want, coming in the game, and people gonna respect you. And he was listening to this guy, and this guy was sending him off. At the same time this guy was telling him to do this, he was friends, allegedly, with the guys that took him out. So this guy's manager was helping him pump him up to, pee these other guys off to give them a reason to come and take him out. because they already wanted to take him out anyway. They wanted to rob him. And they did not really like him. And this is who he moved to be closer to, his producer that helped line him up, y'all. This is a sad thing. Now he's on the run and somebody else. Now, what I don't understand is the other person that's supposed to be, a part of this whole thing that helped take him out. They're not releasing the other person's name. Now, why wouldn't they release the other person's name? I don't know. Is it because, they don't want him to know that they on to him, or he could be underage and they don't release names of people underage? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I have no clue. If they're saying it's 2 suspects, why ain't they releasing the other name? That's weird to me. But it could be for a purpose of, it has to do with family members, all kind of stuff. It could be anything why they're not releasing this other person's name. But yeah, this guy is on the run now, this other guy. And it's a sad thing. They didn't all messed up everybody's life with just wanting to take something somebody else has. And then the sister of the person who got taken out, allegedly, reached out to one of the bloggers, the Roach Man, and told him a whole different story, saying that, BTB Savage is the one that robbed him. Now, it doesn't make sense that you would call y'all, and for him to even put that dumb story out, it don't make sense that he even put that dumb story out. Okay. This is what the sister of the guy that got taken out for trying to rob him. The sister reaches out to the Roach Man over there and tells him that her brother is the one that got robbed. He went to drop off some trees to BTB Savage. And mind you, he claimed that he went to drop off some trees to him, his girlfriend, and his baby was in the house. And they robbed him. Now, tell me, do that make sense? You got somebody that didn't left the army. Okay. He's trying to pursue a rap career. He's in the house with his baby mama and his baby. And he calls the tree man over and he, takes the tree man out inside of his own house. It doesn't make no sense. That whole story sounds so slow. But I'm not surprised that the Roach Man put it out there because he's slow, okay? And, the crazy part, did everybody start, ganging up on him, talking about him? No, you still got people still, riding his wave and holding, when they do stuff is different, okay? Like I told y'all, when they do stuff is different. They got people that still ride for him. The big gorilla looking guy that's over there, that every time he do videos, he give him a shout out. All these guys are, lames that hang together. And it just makes you wonder, how do these guys all, huddle up in a corner on YouTube and, act as if that they are a couple. They ain't no... When I just did that video on B2K and they was all, had on their undies in the bed all together, I can easily see Roach Man, the gorilla guy, the SETI guy in there with them, them Thompson twins, I can see them in there too, Bumpy and Lumpy. I also can see the Roach Man in there too, okay? The M, the H, y'all know. Him, I can see him in there too. It just all that with their toes touching and everything. Because this is the vibe that they give. When you go after a female and then y'all stick together no matter what kind of story y'all put out that's, messed up or whatever. They still stand behind each other. You have to pay attention to that, y'all. I'm just saying. You have to pay attention. Even the other guy over there that's the one with the accent, that his family members passed away, and he on social media talking about everybody else that passed away, but he just mysterious forgot about his own family members that was taken out, and he has nothing to say about them, and they never got any justice either. So you have to pay attention to the people that you're listening to, because a lot of this stuff is tripped out. How everybody huddles together, lies together, goes after people together. Pay attention to that, y'all. It's a group of lames. And like I told you, if they were in school, they would be the bullies of the class that's sitting back jealous of the other people that, doing what they supposed to be doing. This is what you got. That's on YouTube right now, y'all. And it is what it is, okay? He totally tried to flip the script on BTB Savage and make it look as if You know, BTB was the one that robbed the other guy. That's what they try to make it look like. Okay, y'all? And I told y'all, you know, a lot of stuff don't make sense that they put out. You have to pay attention to, you know, the direction that some of these bloggers are going in. You know, when you get mad at a mother, okay, for defending her child, and if it wasn't for BTB's mother, then this case would not be where it's at right now. If it wasn't for the mother, okay, and then them telling on their own self, because they put out a video and everything talking about they were gonna get revenge for this Omar guy, so they told on themselves too. Now, just make it make sense, y'all. I told y'all in the first place, I said when this guy got a call from somebody, and 9 times out of 10, he got a call from someone in his little circle of people he knew, San Antonio buddies, that everything is all good, you ain't got to worry about it. That was a lie. I've never heard of that before. Nobody takes somebody out and then they family member or their friends call and say, oh, you get a pass. He never got a pass. It was all a front. They was going to take this man out regardless if he had took that guy out or not. Or they were going to come back and rob him again if he collected some more money. This is how it was going to be. He was going to keep getting robbed until he was taken out completely. And his management, allegedly, his producer, and his friends from San Antonio, they all was involved. They all was involved in this lineup. Allegedly, y'all. And now they're on the run and all kind of stuff is coming out that they were all friends. 3-hour drive. Just because you moved to Houston, why did your friends from San Antonio, your people move? What did they move to Houston too? If they hated him so much, why didn't they take him out? It's the same thing that happened with Duke 93rd. Everybody was like, he came to Houston with some of his friends. Right, y'all? His friends, those right-hand mans that be around him all the time. He gets taken out in Houston. The right-hand mans that's supposed to be right there by him, they nowhere in sight. But you see him after he's taken out, and they're talking to the police and all of that stuff. It's the same thing with this. He got buddies that follow him there from San Antonio. And they all was in cahoot with this producer who was allegedly had to been living in Houston because he claimed he moved to Houston early in the year to be around this guy so he could produce him. So all of these guys played a part in helping take this guy out. And it's not no ifs, ands, buts about it. And if the mama wasn't who she was or is right now, this would have been swept under the rug too, because they took him there and lured him there to Houston because there's so much corruption going on in Houston. A lot of stuff is getting buried under the rug. Look what happened to Takeoff. Look what happened to Duke. Look what happened to a whole bunch of crimes. And if it wasn't for people snitching, the ones that everybody hold on the pedestal when they get caught, that we wouldn't know what we know now. They're telling on each other. And now these guys is telling on each other. This is how they knowing that the producer and all of this was involved in this mess too. Along with, him already was feeling some type of way while he was out eating dinner with him. Okay? And sneaking in the bathroom texting his mama. He should have been calling the police and say, I just got a threat and I'm at the restaurant. Can you come up here to the restaurant? That's what he should have did. So the police would have came. That at least would have gave him enough time to get home, pack his stuff up, get his baby and baby mama, and bounce to get away from these guys. But he called his mama. When you are feeling like your life in danger and you're somewhere with people, you call the police. Call the police. Tell them you're getting threats right now. You're sitting up here eating dinner. You getting threats. You scared to leave the place. Okay? At least you live another day. This is what he should have did. Call the police. Let them came up there and did a police report. Then his manager would have been like, no, don't do it tonight. The producer would have been like, no, he didn't got scared and called the police. Just back away. They probably watching this house and everything right now. Just let this die down. We'll catch them somewhere else. That's how that would have been. See, when you're with a producer and you're scared out your mind running to the bathroom texting your mama, you shouldn't have been there in the first place. And you should have listened to your mama. See, this is why I tell y'all, sometimes people don't listen and it costs them their lives. His mama told him, stop posting the stuff on social media. And everybody knows to stop showing off on social media. This whole thing about what they trying to get these younger artists to do, show your stacks of money. Got your stacks of money up right by your head. It's nothing but a ritual that comes to an end sooner or later, and either somebody comes for what you have, because it's just that it's not, in this day and age, it's not that wise to try to be flashy all the time. When you got certain things, certain events that you're doing, then you get flashy and you go to your event, fine. But just walking around every day with all your jewelry on and your this and your that, not a good idea, y'all. Because you always got somebody that want to take what you got. It just don't make sense. It don't make no sense. When you're on social media and you're bragging about what you got and this and that and that and this, there's always somebody that is less fortunate that's sitting back watching like, I'm going to take what you have. So you have to be careful what you're doing out here. You have to move differently. You really do. Even if you're a rapper. You have to move differently. And you cannot tell people all your business, including your producers and managers. Producers and managers are supposed to help your career. They are supposed to line you up with shows and stuff like that. But all this extra getting close to them and this and that and that and this will cost you your life. Especially if they're not in your best interest. And people are going to have to learn this. Mo3 learned the hard way. He learned the hard way. A lot of people is learning the hard way. That you cannot just put your life in somebody else's hands and act as if this person is, your everything. Okay? Mo3 got to a point where he couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't even go to a family reunion or a picnic or anything without his manager keep calling him every 5 minutes. Where you at? What you doing? Who you with? That's not the type of manager you want. You should have your tail, doing business stuff, not worrying about who I'm, with and around. He wanted to know every girlfriend that Mo3 got. He wanted to know everything about Mo3. He wanted to be Mo3. And until there was no more Mo3. And now, instead of Mo3 sitting in there having those interviews, his manager is sitting there in his place having interviews talking about him. You have to be careful of what y'all are doing out here. You don't move away from the people that care about you the most. They got your best interests at heart. You don't move away from them to go to another city to be where your manager is. You just travel. If your manager line you up a show, you go do your show and you go back home. They don't have to know everything about your life. The ins, outs, the everything. They don't have to know this. They don't have to know who you with, who you in a relationship with. You don't have to have that close of a relationship with a manager. They're getting paid to do a certain thing. All this other extra being close to them is a no-no. Look at King Von, y'all. Look at King Von. His manager had King Von signing LLCs on the side with him, and then King Von gets taken out, and then he's in business by himself. Y'all pay attention to the patterns. If you are out here, you can push your own career. It's too much social media out here for you not to. You can get a platform on YouTube. You got Twitter. You got all these different outlets to pump yourself up. And if you don't know how to do it, then and you're not good at it, then you reach out to bloggers that has a big platform. If they got thousands and thousands and thousands of people that's watching them daily, they put a video out and they got a bunch of views, then you go to that person, ask them, reach out to them in their emails, whatever, ask them how much would they charge, to play your music, and you pay it. You pay it. And this is how that you get, your name out here. Okay? You're seeing now that it does not pay to be tied to labels right now. It doesn't pay. You can get, once you get that popular and you get all these followers and all of this stuff, why do you need somebody else to, to sign with, when you can do the majority of this stuff on your own? Get you somebody that knows how to line up shows. That's it. That gets you, line you up some shows. You go, you show up, you do your show, you go home. You get paid. You pay them. And that's how you do stuff. You take care of your own security, because ain't nobody gonna protect you like yourself. You pay for your own security. You don't have to tell your manager, oh, I got my security coming with me, this or that, that, and this. It ain't their business. I'll be there when you tell me to be there. And when you show up with your goons, he gonna know you who you got. He gonna know you got protection. And you have somebody on the inside and somebody on the outside. Always. So they can be paying attention to what's going on outside, just like while you in the inside. Okay, y'all? It don't take a rocket scientist, y'all, to see that a lot of these producers and managers is behind a lot of these artists being taken out. It don't take a rocket scientist. And the labels, they let the management team take the fall. And they the ones cashing the checks. The labels is the ones that's cashing the checks. Okay? For the insurance policies. And then they turn around, allegedly, and give the management or the producer them their cuts for helping line you up, y'all. Because this, to me, personally, is how it's ran. When they want somebody out, they reach out to certain people that they are known for putting hits on people and dropping bags and picking up bags for taking folks out. This is why certain people have meetings with certain people's labels after they're taken out. Look at what just happened with Takeoff. And Jay Prince got on social media and told on his own self and said that he had a meeting with quality control after Takeoff was taken out. What the hell kind of meeting could they have had, y'all? Think about it. Outside of you getting your cut. For the lineup that, you sent somebody off to take the fall for, but at the same time, you sent this guy off to take the fall for Takeoff being taken out. The authorities gave them time to get together a lie, to put together a good lie so this guy can walk too. If you took out Takeoff and he had nothing to do with nothing, why is you even out? Why is you bonded out right now? Ask yourself this question. Outside of, they are about to let him walk too. He's probably not going to do no time. It's going to be self-defense all day long. This is what they're trying to push. Self-defense so they can get away with it. Y'all pay attention to the patterns. Everybody that's coming up in the music, in the rap game and whatever right now, pay attention to these patterns. If you got some weak links around you, you better drop them. Because if you feel some type of way but you can't prove it, 9 times out of 10, you already know this person is not the person that should be around you. And it's simple as that, y'all. Anyway, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Watch your tails. Peace.